Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, we have a little bit of an announcement for new cast members for Star Trek Starfleet Academy. They've already announced, of course, Holly Hunter as the Chancellor and Paul Giamatti as the villain, because these people don't know what Star Trek is and Star Trek doesn't have villains. But they've announced 3 younger actors who we assume are cadets. One is Carice Brooks, who was in a show or a movie called My Old Ass, which I haven't seen. Bella Shepherd, who was in Wolfpack, and George Hawkins, who was in Tell Me Everything. The only thing out of that I've heard of is Wolfpack, and I still haven't seen it. I've got it, but I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it tomorrow. But yeah, so we don't really know anything about these guys except they're young actors. And one of them is black, and the other 2, I don't know. But if you're looking at the photo, basically, the girl in the middle is Carice Brooks, and she's the black girl, and the boy, of course, is George. And the other girl, Bella Shepherd, is the only one I think I recognise, actually, now I look at her. Because I've seen a few clips from Wolfpack, and I bought the DVD, so I've seen the cover and the pictures and that. So yes, I kind of recognise her. Not really. But yeah, so that's all we know. We're assuming they are Starfleet cadets, but the show is still set in the 32nd century, which is dooming it to fail because it just doesn't work. They should have set it in the 22nd, 23rd or 24th centuries, where they could have shown characters we actually know going through the academy, and they could have really shown what, you know, an institution it was and how much influence it had on, you know, shaping the future of, you know, Earth and humanity and everything. But instead they just wanted to do a sequel to Discovery and just extend Discovery and keep using the sets and everything. And yeah, had they jumped 100 years into the future in season 2, it would have been enough to separate them from the timeline that they were in and have enough room and flexibility with canon and stuff like that. But moving it 900 years into the future, it's too far removed. You can't realistically, believably depict the future 900 years ahead of Star Trek, which is already difficult enough to do, just putting it 200 or 300 years ahead of us. So, I mean, when they moved Next Gen ahead, like 100 years from the original series, 80 years from the present day, in Star Trek, which was sort of going along year by year along with us, that worked. That made sense. This 900-year jump, it's ridiculous that they can't realistically portray the 32nd century. That the changes that they made were just ridiculous and ruined stuff. Like, we no longer have communicators and transporters and things that were recognisable as Star Trek and fun. Now it's just, there's a few little things that wouldn't really justify 900 years of technical advancement, but they just take the fun out of it just for the sake of saying, oh, things are different because we're 900 years in the future. We're not really making, like, 900 years, the whole of humanity would have totally changed and be totally different. Think of how different we were 900 years from, you know, to in the past. And with all the advancement of technology, which sort of, you know, escalates all of that, like, there's no way anything in the 32nd century would be recognisable for what we've seen depicted in the 23rd, 24th and 25th centuries, let alone, you know, compared to today. So that's dooming this show from really working, because a lot of people didn't think it would work in the first place at all. I think the idea of Starfleet Academy is a good idea. I think, you know, Star Trek wasn't just about exploring space, it was about exploring humanity and teaching and learning, and what better place to do that in an institution like, you know, an educational institution like Starfleet Academy. I thought it would have been a great idea. I always did. And you can use young actors. You don't have to make excuses for why they've got kids running the ship. You've got, you know, Starfleet Academy and cadets training on starships. It would have been, I just never understood why people thought it wouldn't work or wouldn't be good. But they found a way to ruin it. They found a way to undermine it by putting it in the 32nd century along with the Discovery universe, and it just ruined what should have been a series for Star Trek as a whole, not just a Discovery spin-off. It just, yeah. But I've already done whole videos on that, so I'm going to stop. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the the casting. Have you seen any of these guys in anything? I barely recognise one of them, and that's it. But it's okay. They're just the kids. It doesn't really matter. They're not the. That's why they've got these seasoned names like Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti in there to really help sell the series to people who are older than like 12. But yep, I'm gonna go.